Man, y'all know what it is, the real two-tat, all praise to God for everything. I mean, every single thing. I'm here with my brother Marathon Manny, and we have a special guest with us tonight. Her name is India. Before we start, we always do a mental health check-in. How you feeling, Andy?
I'm feeling blessed, man.
Absolutely. How about yourself, Marathon?
You know, as I like to say, every day when my 2 feet hit the ground, man, I feel good, man. It's Friday. You know what I'm saying? Just got off work. Feeling good, though, man.
Sure.
Blessed, grateful.
Absolutely. Like I say, he just said my stuff. I'm going to say it again, though. I put my tooth in the ground every morning. It's a win, man. God is great. I can't complain at all about nothing.
Yeah.
So, look, let's get into it, man. So, India, take us back to the beginning, man. Growing up in our neighborhood, 17th and Euclid, you was a big basketball player. I remember I used to see you all the time. Walk, you had your little, I forgot the name of the shirts, black shirt with the shorts on with a basketball in your hand. What was the inspiration behind that? Like, what got you so motivated to play basketball?
To be honest, what made me start taking it serious is when my cousin Kelly died. I was like 8 years old. She got hit by a truck driver. She wore the number 22, so I wore that throughout pretty much my whole career. And once I really picked up a ball, I just couldn't put it down, to be honest.
Yeah. Definitely like an all-star in the neighborhood.
For sure.
You know, she lived right down the hall from 24, 17.
For sure.
We grew up at.
And to be honest, playing against everybody in the neighborhood, mainly the boys, because that's who I played
Probably was
against.
dusting all of them off.
Yeah.
That's what helped me get good, though. That's what helped me get good.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I can't remember you used to go to Ontario or Caloramba all the time. Maybe it was both of them. I used to see you with a ball every day walking up the hill, man. I said, look at India, man.
Yep.
And your father, man, I remember your father, I don't know if he was on a bus with us that day, he had took a skate. It was a whole lot of us in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
You remember that, man?
We used to take the buses, remember?
Yeah.
Sometimes we go to Ocean City,
Yeah, I remember that, man.
That stuff
Yeah.
was lit.
For
That
sure,
was
man.
community,
I'm
man.
telling you, man. Had a good community. We had a good community. So listen, man, you went to Howard University, right? Talk about that experience, man.
So, deciding which college I wanted to go to was kind of challenging because I was offered a lot of scholarships like from UConn, Georgetown, a lot of Big East schools, but my father got sick at the time.
Yeah.
So I decided to stay home so I could still have that experience with him, but also play. So, and then it was the HBCU. You can't really take away from that, experience. Sure. I mean, more than anything, networking and building relationships was the biggest experience, honestly. The basketball side, if I'm being honest, I was recruited by a coach, but she left before I started. So the new coach that came in tried to clean house. You know how that goes.
For sure. So your basketball, right? You said you played overseas. Like, did the inspiration leave?
So what I realized, I came to the conclusion when I was in college, I didn't have control over like the playing time and things of that nature because my coach already had her mind made up on what she wanted to do. But when I graduated, when I was about to graduate, I realized that I had a second opportunity. And I don't know if y'all know who Tony West is.
Tony West.
Yeah.
That name sounds very familiar, but it sounds like sports related.
Yeah,
for sure.
he grew up in the 17th Street area. He's a little older though, family. And he put me on to the opportunity to go to Europe. So I played in a pro camp at basically Bonn, Germany. And, I got a couple of offers, but I decided to do a 5th year in school.
Yep.
And just basically finish and get my degree because you can get hurt and then that's it. You don't have anything. I mean, I did, and I tore my ACL too in college. So,
Oh man.
yeah.
So what did you get your degree in?
Psychology.
Psychology. Okay.
So don't think I'm over here reading.
Yeah.
So she know I'm crazy.
Oh yeah. I walked the door. They talking about you good. I said I'm good, man. I'm good.
He telling the truth.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm straight, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. So now. Well, we got you on the show for today, right? The crypto. Because I'm going to be honest with you, Andy. I'm not a big crypto fan. Every time you go on Instagram, Facebook, they scam me, crypto, invest in this, they do this. Talk about what do you do with the crypto, and please explain it for the people that's ignorant like me.
Yeah. No,
like
no.
us.
Yeah, like us. Yeah, like us.
I be on there. They DM me, tell me, you want to learn about crypto? The fuck
Let
I
me
don't.
tell you something. If somebody DMing you about crypto, don't. It's a scam.
I'm happy we know that.
Honestly, I was working with financial services for about 5 years, so that's how I kind of got in the financial realm. And then I met a couple of business partners. They told me about Forex trading, and then that led to crypto.
Yep.
And so I was like, well, I kept hearing about Bitcoin, and I'm like, what is that? So, got educated on that. And it's basically a digital asset. So what makes crypto so significant is that it empowers anybody who has access to the internet. Everybody can't get a bank account.
Absolutely.
Everybody can't set up these trust funds and all of this other financial services, right? But at the end of the day, if you're in Germany and I want to send you 100,000 right now in Bitcoin, I can do that, and you'll get it in 15 minutes. You're your own bank. You know, if you do anything in the bank over $10,000, they check it, right?
For sure.
Exactly. So all you need is an address. When I have a wallet, they don't know who India is. They don't know, like, I don't have to prove my address and all this other stuff. I download an app. I get a crypto address, and what I like to relate it to is like an account number, right? So let's say you say, all right, send me send me your Bitcoin address. That's like me telling you, send me your account number, right? I'm gonna send you $15,000 worth of Bitcoin. You'll have it in 15 minutes.
Is that what they call the a crypto wallet?
Absolutely.
So it's not like an IP address. It's a
no.
whole nother. It's literally a wallet, just digital on the internet.
And those transactions are safer than regular monetary transactions because they have something called a blockchain, which is a ledger, right?
Yep.
And so you have thousands and thousands of people verifying this transaction before it's sent to you. Right? You might have, you ever had a transaction where you sent the money off and then it's like it didn't go through or whatever the case is, you get all of these difficulties. You don't experience that with crypto.
Blockchain. I've heard of that, but I've heard that in music actually. A rapper that raps a lot about crypto.
Money man.
Money man. Money man.
Shout out to Money
He
man.
even got me a little interested. Like, I should learn.
And here's the thing, with the US dollar, first of all, the value is completely diminished, right? But they're constantly printing money, right? So there's no cap. So you can't build value on that, right? Supply and demand. If I have 100,000 pair of shoes and I start to sell those shoes, the demand goes up because the supply is decreasing.
Right.
Same thing with crypto coins. They have something called tokenomics. So each coin has a cap on how many tokens they have, right? So that's how the value goes up. You send me $1 worth of Bitcoin today, it might be worth, just giving an example, it was worth around $1, and it's worth $23,000 per coin.
Goodness gracious.
Right? If I gave you $1 today and you got it 10 years from now, it's still worth $1. Actually, it's probably worth less.
Maybe worth less.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
Dang, that's
crazy, man.
Yeah.
So look, go ahead.
Is that why there's different coins? Because they're like Dogecoin. There's different currencies.
You can come out with your
crypto.
own crypto right now. It's like making your own money.
That's beautiful. I like that. I want to make my own.
You can make an Amala token.
You got 9.
We're gonna make it a real token.
The real token.
Like seriously, like if you had a business, you say I'm only accepting my tokens for my services.
And how does that work? Like with currency exchange. Like if I'm using a US dollar, or if I have US money and I'm going to France, I need francs. So I would go to change the currency and stuff. So how does that work? Like in the real world, like how was cryptocurrency transfer over to? Hey, I want to go buy a car.
That's a great question. So that's another significant thing. It's universal. I can go to China right now and buy property with Bitcoin.
Oh my God.
You can do pretty much everything with Bitcoin.
Exactly.
What?
You ask them, are you accepting crypto? Most places are accepting crypto now. I don't know.
Everything. They have crypto like little ATMs.
Yeah. PayPal accepted. They have over 26 million merchants that accept crypto.
What the heck?
Yep.
So crypto is the future.
Oh, definitely.
Crypto is probably
The dollar is going to be obsolete, in my opinion, very soon.
Yeah.
But if you go back to the beginning of the time, like, money, gold, all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? Everything was a value. Exactly. Everything was
Evolution.
Absolutely.
Boy.
You cease to change, you cease to live.
So if I wanted to invest in crypto right now, what would you say be a good number? A good amount?
Well, that's where it gets to
because
there's different options. You can
sure.
flip, you can have passive. I mean, what would you want to do? Would you want to flip or something passive?
I would like to flip it because I like to flip it because I want to get my money back. I put a little bit in and I get more in return. Just like the stock market. Every month put money in. Next thing you know, I'm looking at it. Oh dang, I put that little bit in. I got that much back. So what would you say?
So
there, the same thing, bro. It's like hustling. It's like
man. Just like facts.
So the first thing that I would recommend when it comes to flipping is trading.
Okay.
You have both crypto and something called indices, which is like basically the top companies in the United States. And we have new people that have accrued 90% in a week and a half, 2 weeks. Right? You're talking about the bank giving you 0.01% in a year. What they're doing with your money is what I'm going to show you what to do with your money. Yeah.
Just skip the middleman.
Yeah.
They ain't doing nothing but working the shit.
Exactly.
For sure.
Exactly.
And you said you've been doing this for 2 years, right?
2 years.
And this is your full-time job.
This is all I do.
All you do.
So reverse back, like I lost my job 2019, like right when the pandemic started to happen. So I had to find something, but also didn't require me to be out, And I dove into it. I remember I did my first Bitcoin transaction. I was scared as hell.
And being real.
Right.
The real.
Yeah, like I sent some Bitcoin to a platform.
Yes.
And it took 30 minutes to get there. So, with Cash App, if I send you some money, you get it right then and there. So when I didn't see it, I was like, oh, I messed up. I don't know what I did. Somebody scared me.
You kept hitting the refresh button
what's going on, right? So eventually it got there, and then I just started learning trial and error, and then I just started onboarding so many people. And now I have people in my community making more money than me.
That you taught.
Yes.
You know what? Look, I'm about to quit my full-time job.
Come on, man. Let's go, man. Come on, man.
For real, bro. Like, same conversation we having. Like, this is the type of stuff that I be saying is possible where you have the freedom of time. Like, you control your life.
Absolutely.
You don't have to worry about your manager telling you whether or not you can
take off
for sure and all that. Like,
prove it.
No, you can go to Miami right now if you feel like it without having to worry about answering to nobody.
For sure.
Freedom.
Yeah. But you also got to be careful.
Yes, ma'am.
Because it's still a wild west, right? Yeah. You can lose some money. I've lost a lot of money. The most I probably lost was like $42,000. So, I know I can teach you how to avoid that too. So,
could you share with us right now, please?
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you, man. Appreciate it.
How to avoid it?
Yeah, how to avoid it. What you do? Okay.
All right, so rule number 1, never click any links that anybody sends you.
Okay.
So they have something called a contract, right?
Okay.
And when you interact with that contract, that person can now have full access to your wallet and all of your assets. They can be taking it out as you're watching it, and there's nothing you can do, and you have no clue who it is.
That's hackers.
Yes, it's a lot of high tech.
But if you've been paying attention, like every time your bank account, right, they send you a text notification saying somebody used your account, all that stuff. It's like people are getting access to everything. Now you got to put a protection, pay $15, $20 a month. It's like how they get into this stuff.
And the thing is, that's the luxury of having a bank. With crypto, you don't have customer service. It's just you.
That's the cons.
It's just you.
The pros and the cons.
So it's definitely some cons, but if you learn how to move, you'll be okay. Second thing is they give you something called a secret recovery phrase. So this is like your social security number. You never give that out to anyone. Okay, they have access to this. They have access to your assets. All right, and then honestly, just do thorough research on where you're sending your assets, and then you'll be fine. And get something called a cold wallet. So, have y'all heard of the show Queen of the South?
I heard of it, but I never saw it.
I'm low key a fanatic of like little drug
movies
right?
So, what you doing, right? What you doing, right?
Money man stuff.
Yeah.
She has a USB on the show. And she had probably millions of dollars. I don't remember the exact amount. But you can store all your assets on a cold wallet, and nobody will ever have access to it.
Literally, so if I got a cold wallet, it's a physical thing.
Yeah.
Can't nobody touch it. Can't nobody have access to it because it's in here. That's cool.
So, did you hear about that guy one time? I think he had $1 million or $2 million on Bitcoin, crypto, and he couldn't access it. What happened? Why couldn't he get to it?
Secret recovery phrase. He lost it.
Dang.
Couldn't call customer service. Couldn't ask his friend. No, it was gone.
Dang.
That's how important it is. He put some money in, forgot about it. Look, I got $3 million in my. Okay. Can't access it because
What's your secret recovery?
Yes.
And now he could just watch. He just gotta watch it grow.
Damn, that joint probably it's probably like
man.
and ain't nothing happening with it. That's crazy.
So is it a case where like people would get access to it, like somebody that end up owning it just because he can't get to it, or it just keep on growing?
It's just gonna keep growing.
Dang, that's crazy.
And that part right there is a significant piece to why the value of the tokens will always grow, because he has a certain amount of supply that will never be touched because he can't.
Another question right here. All right, with the government that we live, the world that we live in, we gotta pay taxes, right? When you work and stuff like that, all that good stuff. How does that work with crypto? Because if I'm making a killing in crypto, I know the government gonna be like, yo, slide some of that.
You're trying to get a piece of the pie.
I tell you all the time.
Honestly, so I'm not a tax advisor.
Okay.
But they can only tax what you convert to US dollar. So you get you a crypto debit card.
Yeah.
You send your crypto to your card, and I can use it just the way you use your debit card.
There's a will, there's a way, huh?
That's amazing.
I got a couple of them. I'll show y'all.
All right.
Does crypto? Well, does having a crypto address, like, is it only for like you can only be one person that have one crypto address, or you can have several ones? Nice. So it's like having several bank accounts.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So you got people in third world countries, literally this is saving their lives because they have a phone and they're getting on here. They might have a couple of dollars, but it's, the value is different in their country. And they're making flips, and now they living a good life.
Facts. So let me ask you this question, man. What would be a good platform to buy crypto on? Because I heard the Robinhood, they said that wasn't good. There's so many things they said it's not good. You got Coinbase, you got Cash App, you got so many things you can buy. So what would you say would be the best platform to buy crypto on?
Well, there's so many. Right now, I would say crypto.com, and when I start off with new people, I actually start off with Cash App.
Okay, Cash App.
Bitcoin to keep it simple because it's an easy process to do KYC. So that's to know your customer. You gotta like show your ID and all of that stuff. But yeah, that's where I would start. Coinbase is cool, but you gotta be careful right now because in the exchanges, the market took a hit, and so trying to withdraw your crypto is challenging right now for a lot of people. So.
And I'm gonna say this, I ain't gonna lie. I looked at the crypto market; it's kind of down right now.
Yeah, it is.
It's down right now, right? So, what is your projected time that it will go up? It's just something you have to wait for. That what you would say?
This is speculation, but I would say maybe like early next year. Okay. I would say, but I look at these opportunities as a great time to get in.
Right. When the market's low. Yeah. And they say this too. I don't know if you into like baseball cards or whatever, right? So all that stuff, it's like they say when it's out there in the public, right? That's when things tend to fall. You gotta catch it before everybody know about it. So when everybody know about something, the next it goes down because everybody try to get on it and make some quick money. You know what I'm saying?
And once everybody sees it's down, they run away from it.
Exactly. They take this money out.
They run to it.
Exactly. So you never buy high, just like you said, man. You buy low, sell high. So.
Yeah, and so I put people a part of communities that let you know when coins are about to launch before they happen. And when you get in, you can 10x in 10-15 minutes.
So that's all right. Let's get to that. Let's get to that right here, because you're teaching people. You have your own platform for this.
I don't have my own platform. I show people depending on their goals. I put them on platforms that fit their goals. Cool. I just personally create a community that provide that information.
So. And we got that, average, 20, 21-year-old, don't really know where to go in life. How can they get onto this? And how can they reach out to you and, get your help and make a lane for themselves in crypto?
Absolutely. So, for average 21-year-old, the biggest challenge, and I'm just going back to when I was in college, I was broke, okay? I didn't have any money. So one of the things that's hard is getting the capital so you can start to make a nice residual. Like on one of my platforms, it's doing like 12% a month, right? So if you put in 50,000, you're bringing in 7,000 to 8,000 in your sleep, right? A month. But with someone who doesn't have access to that, my number one thing is get your credit straight.
Yep.
Because what that's going to do is put you in position to get funding.
Yep.
And once you have funding, game over.
Once you have the capital.
Yep.
You in charge.
Yep. Now, getting your credit in order is not always the easiest thing to do, because that's a challenge. It takes some time, right? But another option is trading. Okay, because you can take a $2,500 account. That's a refund, right? If you're in school or if you save up a couple of months, you can get $2,500, and in a year that can turn into $130,000. So you got to walk your way up, you know what I mean? But once you get there, once you're in the $100,000, $50,000 range, you can make a lot of plays.
No looking back.
Yeah.
And that's the thing with society, man. Everybody wants stuff fast. They call it the microwave world.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Every instant gratification. But it takes time to build wealth. You know what I'm saying? The average millionaire, or I say billionaire, is like 62 years old. So it takes a lot of time. And you got to just be patient. That's with anything in life. You know what I'm saying? Just like the podcast. You about to say something?
No. Yeah. You're absolutely right. And it's not even just about getting the money fast. It's most people neglect the process. Right? Because if you don't go through the process, you're not going to be ready for that money.
Facts.
You're not going to be ready for it. You're not going to know what to do with it.
Facts.
You know?
Facts.
I'm going to be real with y'all. Like, when I was 19 and my dad passed away, he left me some money. I didn't know nothing about Bitcoin. I wish I knew about Bitcoin back then. You see what I'm saying? But I wasn't in a place, I wasn't ready. You see what I'm saying?
So let me ask you this. What are your goals with crypto? Are your goals to like pass it down to your family members? You know, just like, as Manny was, I want you to ask the question because this is your question. The legacy question.
I was going to ask you.
I'm going to ask it. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
So basically the question I like to ask is, what's the legacy you want to leave behind? What's the impact that you want to leave behind? Like whatever you're working towards right now, what impact do you want it to have for your family, and not just your family, but the world? You know what I'm saying?
100%. Honestly, number one is awareness. You know, all you can do is make people aware, because at that point they have a decision to make, right? But once you make that decision, I want to give you a skill. I want to give you information that can not only change your life, but change others. Like the people that I've helped, they like, well, what can I do? How can I repay you? Whatever the case is. And I'm like, teach somebody else. That's how you do it, because we all got here by helping each other.
Absolutely.
Right? So that's how we got to keep this thing going. So for me, my legacy, honestly, is when I leave this earth, people say that she helped change my life. That's it.
Each one teach one, each one reach one. That's how it's all
iron
about.
Sharpens iron.
That's it. That's
the phrase I like to use.
So let me ask you, if you could go back and talk to a 13-year-old India, what would you tell her?
13-year-old India.
So the cross me.
Breaking ankles, doing all type of stuff.
13-year-old India, I would tell her to. That's a good question. I'm trying to think about where I was during that time. I mean, I was playing basketball, of course. But I would just tell myself to be more patient with myself.
Yep.
You know, when you get older, like you were saying, man, like you want that instant gratification. I still have to fight that urge, to be honest.
For sure.
But that patience is so much wisdom, and there's so many gems you get from being in the moment, being in the process, that you just will overlook when you're moving too fast. You know what I mean? So, like, and just keep networking. Like, networking is
relationships, facts.
You know that question. Have you ever seen that question on social media? They was like, "Would you take $500,000 on meeting with Jay-Z?"
Yeah. Jay-Z. I'm gonna be honest. I need the $500,000. I need the $500,000. I'm gonna take my $500,000.
I mean, depends, right? Well, it depends on the person, because this person might have a hell of an idea. All they need is the
Jay-Z.
Hey, Jay-Z, look, I got this, and that. I want to play it like this. Fuck with me.
Okay,
Let's
so you take the relationship with Jay-Z?
Yeah, if I had the right idea.
Okay.
What would you
take
do?
to him?
I take the relationship 100%. You know why?
Yeah, I talk to him. Break it down, please.
Because I hear what you say.
I need to $500,000. Because you don't know. I'm gonna turn
that
$500,000.
Put that thing in front of you. You like, thank you, Jay. I'm good, right?
Give me that check. Oh yeah.
And just give me a fist bump right quick.
It was good, Jay. Good knowing, right?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, the knowledge, the value, the people he can connect you with, that is minuscule to what you're going to get. You know what I mean? Because the money is temporary. The knowledge, the skills that you get, you have that for a lifetime. So don't give me $500,000. Teach me how I can make $500,000 a month, $500,000 a year, and now we're both empowered.
Teach a fish how to fish. You teach them how to fish for a lifetime.
But
now I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna come back above y'all with this. See, you got a person like me with the mindset I got. I'm gonna turn that $500,000 to $1 million.
Now
you know what I'm saying? And I know it's one in a million with a mindset like me. You know, but I'm telling you this. It's like this. You in a messed up situation. That $500,000. I'm not worried about you, Jay-Z. I see you on the back end. I say thank you, Jay. I see you, Jay. Hey, Jay. Remember you gave me $5,000? Look what I turned that to. Yeah. Now I got my own Ace of Spades. Now I got my own 40-40
Look,
club.
you could be putting up in your yacht next to his
yacht.
That's
what I'm saying. Remember you helped me out, and we got our relationship there too. So everybody different stroke for different folks. You know what I'm saying? I want the money.
You're entitled to that, right? You're definitely entitled to that, but I can't even express it more because honestly, I know how to flip the 500. Right? I got the tools to do it, right?
You already there.
You know that. Yeah, for sure.
But when you put me in a network with other people who think 500,000 is 5,000, that's next level. Now we talking 500 million. You see what I'm saying?
$500 million.
Yeah. But the instant gratification.
It's like,
I'm good. And then you got every right to feel that way.
I hear what y'all saying. I'm taking that $500,000. I'm gonna turn that into a fortune, baby. You know what I'm saying? I ain't lying, but I'm telling you.
That's real.
So yeah, and then so before we get up out of here, before we wrap everything up, man, I want you to say some positive words to the youth because you know these times we living in, these past 2 years, going on 3 years, it's been hard for everybody. If you're not going through nothing financially, you're going through something mentally, physically, whatever. So I want you to share some words to the youth out there, especially the young ladies and you know young brothers as well. What would you say to them just to uplift them and to keep them going?
Yeah. Great question. So honestly, I would just say take some time to get to know who you are, right? Especially as you're younger, you get frustrated because you're trying to figure out what you want to do. You work this job, it's not working out, or whatever the case is. Take some time to know who you are and give yourself grace, right? We put these pressures on ourselves, like I want to have this goal accomplished by this time, which is fine, but it causes unnecessary stress. And be okay with being open to therapy. No, seriously, I'm just being transparent. For 8 years since my dad passed, I didn't even know I was depressed. Right? Until I went to therapy, and then I realized that I've been hovering so much in that I could have been dealt with a long time ago. You see what I'm saying? So don't look at therapy as like a negative thing. If you break your leg, you go to the doctor to get it fixed. Right? If something's going on with your thoughts and you need to fix it, you go to a therapist. So you don't have to do it on your own. That's my whole thing. You don't have to do it on your own, and be okay with taking one step at a time. We all see the bigger picture, but sometimes we forget to take those small steps to lead to the big steps. So, yeah.
Powerful. Whoa, hey, I'm telling you, man. Hey, go ahead and do the ending, man. I want you to do the outro, as I say.
There you have it. Another episode of The Real.
Let's get it.
Shout out to The Real. Let's go.
You want me to scream there, huh?
If you're not on The Real, you're not real.
There you go.